Historic Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. The two teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with the Cleveland Browns. It's 3-0 versus 2-1. A good early season battle as we're underway in Week 4. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Check. Lucky. King. Watch the twist.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Regular. 48 Alert.
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. 11 yards there, first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Second and 11 at the 36-yard line.
Real. What tight end? 6-6. Bullet prime. Check 27. Eyes on 27. Check. Fresno. Hey, alert.
Mayfield to throw it this time. He's going to float this one deep right side. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Antonio Callaway. His 4th touchdown on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 17-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Watch the ship. 56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. Stop your whining.
They go to the former Saint, Mark Ingram. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
56. Let's go, D. 56 to Mike, boy. 56.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jackson. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Well, Snead figures to be an important veteran presence for Lamar Jackson. 2 years ago, it was a disappointing 2017 for Snead. That was in New Orleans, but then had a bit of a bounce-back campaign a season ago in his first go-around with Baltimore. 62 catches, 650 yards. Did have surgery in the offseason on his left index finger, but back to full health and ready to go. An ideal start defensively. They already have the touchdown. Now they get the stop.
Just like they drew it up on the chalkboard. Does that sound dated? Right? Am I out of touch a little bit?
It's all right.
All right, grease board, heck, computer, exactly what you want, though. Score on your first drive, stop them on the first drive defensively.
The Browns drive about to get started. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Now the third leading rusher among rookies last year, it's Nick Chubb. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. And Callaway taking it in left side. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 30.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The start of the second quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 2nd down and 2 coming up. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
The Browns opted not to pick a running back with their first 2 selections at number 1 and 4 in the first round. But they circled back in the second round and got a really good one to Nick Chubb out of Georgia. Broke off a nice run there, and that's where he's...
And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Antonio Callaway with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
At the 27-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
They run from the pistol with Ingram. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it's going to be third down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14.
I'm trying to collect. Kill. Turn it up. Kill. Turn it up. 56 to Mike. Check 56. What we got?
Jackson from the shotgun. And that is incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. Now Landry. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Mayfield gives this one to Hunt. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards.
He may be playing free safety while wrapped up in a corner's body, but Earl Thomas is the best center fielder in the game. He cleans up everything back there as far as I'm concerned. I think he just has intelligence, understands things, and boy, is he tough.
That is caught at the 7. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Antonio Callaway on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. Yeah, he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3 and out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half. Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, they give to Ingram. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Baltimore was the most run-heavy team in the league last year after Lamar Jackson took over as a starter. And you think about Mark Ingram. He goes from a situation where he was sharing time with Kamara in New Orleans. Now he figures to be the top guy in the Baltimore backfield. Although I guess you could say he's kind of splitting time with his quarterback, Lamar Jackson. But a great veteran presence. Mark Ingram is behind Jackson. Ingram now in his 9th NFL season. He sets to fire into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones.
Yeah, they should have known. They should have known, baby.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And all the way in, touchdown, Cleveland. Kareem Hunt, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jackson.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get in position for at least 3 points.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Mayfield to throw it. That one is caught by Hunt.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
This defense tightening up a bit. That last catch just 1 yard, making it 3rd and 9.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
To throw, Mayfield. Got an open man. He completes it to Callaway. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Mayfield now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. Going to the air again with Mayfield. Going for the deep ball. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. They find some open field here. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Now after the run by Hunt, here's 1st and 10. Mayfield now. Able to shake him up, but in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Here's Mayfield. He's going to let this go for the end zone. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, third down. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. The Browns send out their punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
We own them. We own them. Hatchet. Hatchet.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. They run. It's Mark Ingram. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Come on, Shaq. Shaq for Pittsburgh. Now it's 3. 23. Come. Last. Short. Here we go. Shift. Mike 5'9". Mike 5'9".
From the gun, it's Jackson. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8.
That's good for Baltimore.
And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Now Jackson on 1st down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The D-tackle Sheldon Richardson came barreling in for the sack. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
Another try after the first down sack. Jackson. A good pickup there. 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. And Now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. From the gun, Jackson. Being chased out left. And that is incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on third down.
It's fourth down.
Now Justin Tucker. He has hit from 61 in his career, so he has the leg for this. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And that right there is something we've seen, I don't know, 15 times in NFL history. That will officially go down as a 60-yard field goal.
And everything has to be absolutely perfect for this to have any chance. He's got to get it out low and really drive through it. And I tell you, that was one heck of a kick. One heck of a decision on the sideline to even try it as well.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. It's caught inside the 25. A big play that time for Cleveland. 53 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. They run with Hunt. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mayfield. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Check. Kings. Pistol.
Throwing, Mayfield. And it's caught. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, Cleveland.
Set, 180. 56. I'm coming. My touch.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
Back now in Baltimore. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time.
Let's go, D. It's going to be a long.
Mayfield looks to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Antonio Callaway, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd and goal.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
Now Mayfield. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Antonio Callaway there to make the grab as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and the lead will swell by 1 more. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put... And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, his second touchdown on the season. And the Ravens cut into that lead. Tucker with the extra point, and that will cut this lead down to 25. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep.
We got this. First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. This ball game certainly has gotten a little out of hand. This is normally when they say you got to fill. This is fill time for guys like you and I. But yeah, to be frank, just a dominating performance. Really impressive what we've seen.
It is. I'm glad that you went in that direction because otherwise we'll have to talk about the museum tour we took yesterday.
Which was also impressive.
Which was also very impressive. But this game, how they've done it, offense, defense, special teams, they put it all together. And I got to tell you, I am beyond impressed by what I've seen from this team.
11 yards there, first down. Quite the turnaround from a week ago where he threw 4 interceptions. He hasn't had an interception this game, and he told us during the week, my goal, goose egg. He's achieving that so far.
And what we're seeing is a guy that you can win with, all right? Because anyone who can make that type of an adjustment and shake off a really horrendous week the week before and come back and play mistake-free football to this point, yeah, that's a guy I want to play with, that's for sure.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. A give right side now to Hunt. A good comeback there after the penalty, 9 yards, and it's 2nd and 6.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd.
I got you. I got. Hey, seam 6. Seam 6. I got.
Mayfield. He finds Beckham complete. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens 35. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a 1st down. Mayfield hands to Chubb on the draw. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. From the 31, Mayfield. This is caught. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a 1st down.
Well, go ahead and throw the ball, man. You got the big lead. You got the clock on your side. Obviously, they don't care much about the feelings of the other team, do they?
Well, I was going to say, you better run to the locker room pretty quick after this one.
But right now, maybe they're just looking at it from the fantasy perspective. More points for everyone if they win big.
Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. Call it a loss of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. So instead of running, Mayfield's going to throw it here. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So erase the red zone score. They'll have to dial that one up again.
And you know how difficult it is to strike in the red zone because things are a little bit more condensed. You got to go back to their play chart and see if they can dial up another one.
Well, they've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal?
Check 24. Run.
They'll set up to throw. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Mike 56, Mike 56. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
To throw again. Jackson. Flushed out right. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the return will stop right around the 25. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
56. Mike, 56. Right there, 56. Hey, come on, Mike 56.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Flush to his right. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Hey, they're scared. Mike 56.
Jackson now. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that will cut this lead down to 25. So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. Oh, the Ravens say they have it. They do have it. So the onside kick is recovered. And, you know, I always thought, Charles, as someone who didn't play these positions, that going over the middle as a receiver or trying to recover an onside kick, those are two very tough things to do.
Takes a lot of fortitude to put yourself in that position, but you have to do it in order to help your team win.
Unable to recover it, it costs him. The kicking team gets the football here. This one complete to Ingram. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here we go, G. Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Here we go, G. Here I come.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Trying to get it to Willie Snead there, but it'll be second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
You can't block me. You can't block me. Check three, check three, check three.
One last shot for Jackson. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They